going home, but the rest will play in front of the crowd in Birmingham here, folks. I'm excited for it. It's like a rematch of the Grand Finals from Worlds. Let's get up and get loud. It's game day. NRG versus Vitality.
Going into this major, Team Vitality have established themselves as one of the top performing teams. But Johnny Boy, in Game 1 brought to you by Progressive, they will be up against North America's finest.
Yeah, this is it. This is the big test for both teams. Vitality had an absolute scorcher of a series yesterday against Twisted Minds. They look fantastic. NRG, coming into the event though, were in everybody's top 3. Vitality were not.
Vitality have been performing above even their own high standards so far in this event. It's the version of themselves we wanted to see when these three players brought themselves together. Exotic and Monkey Moon, world champions, coming together with Zen. NRG Esports, they are on a huge streak of making grand finals in RLCS lands. An incredible streak with 3 players. You can see why as Atomic goes forward, bundles that ball as far as Zen, and what a performance Zen's had so far. I mean, you just know he's going to get it on target, but in comes Daniel.
I mean, just the mid-air catch from Zen, once again, he just shows a different level of control. The ability to just come at the ball with pace in the air and immediately have full control of it. It's just something Zen can do better than anyone else in the world, in my opinion. Can the full roster rally around him like they did at the tail end of yesterday? NRG, they woke up at the end of yesterday as well, taking down ultimates. They've got revenge there. Now they're looking for revenge here. It's just a revenge arc for NRG this weekend.
It was certainly an improvement as the day went on for NRG. Atomic, he's been looking pretty hot. Gets onto the backboard. Good touch from Daniel, who was mentioned on the pre-show, hasn't been the most alert so far for NRG Esports, but even a slightly nerfed Daniel is still a very good player. Monkey Moon lets that one go underneath Daniel. But Beast Mode can send it forwards. A couple of half chances so far for each team. It's been an even opening to this one. Not quite the explosion that we saw yesterday when Team Vitality played Twisted Minds, as Zen tries to push that one forward. And Beast Mode is there as well. Starting to see some decent pressure though for Team Vitality.
It's interesting. We're seeing a lot of just power clears, a lot of half volleys to the backboard, a lot of just shots from Vitality and Zen as well. They're just taking those opportunities to just hit the ball on target. That's a great chance now for NRG going the other way. Daniel involved, not able to get on the right side of the ball though. Now here comes Zen again, once more with that mid-air catch. This time he's matched well by Atomic. NRG, the #1 defense in the world last season. And they're showing their stuff once again, the ability to defend without losing control of their back corner boosts, without really looking like they're under immense pressure for extended periods of time.
Atomic sends that one far forward. Beast Mode up against Zen. Good win there from Beast Mode. Monkey Moon is next up in the queue. Daniel just gets that one towards Atomic. It seems that NRG are trying to find each other, trying to look for these non-forced touches, not trying to do too much individually with the ball up to this point. We know they've got plenty in the locker in that regard, though, and now some demos come in. That must be 1-0. Again, it's saved in the last second by Atomic. Monkey Moon, no, it misses his touch.
Yeah, that looked like a clear-cut chance. Now here comes Zen again. He's hit the backboard. Nobody's able to get to the ball quickly. Daniel actually wins the race to it in reverse. Huge opportunity there for Vitality. It looked like Monkey Moon had a clear shot at goal. Might be able to take another look at it later and find out if it was wide open, if it was out of reach.
The first of 9 matches today. Whatever happens, it will be an exhausting one for all of the players currently here in Birmingham. Atomic punches that one forward. Zen's on the backboard. Tries to keep it to himself and buy some boost. Eventually is able to, but in comes Daniel. Tries to tee up Beast Mode. Beast Mode's almost there. You get the sense that Game 1 will be a 1-0 either way. Who will be the team that take it? Exotic's going to let that one roll. Going to keep it nice and slow. No team trying to too much force the issue up to this point. I do wonder which will be the first one to really put on the engines and try and get things going.
Well, I'm liking NRG's defense more. I think Vitality getting a bit tangled there while they're put on the back foot. They're looking more eager to double commit, I would say. NRG are spreading out well defensively, making it difficult for Vitality to find openings now. Here's a big chance for NRG. Daniel into the midfield. Beast Mode cuts off. That time Vitality do match them well.
Daniel sends it forward. Monkey Moon's up in the air to reach him. Exotic, lovely first touch. Now up against Atomic and Beast Mode. NRG doing incredibly well to defenders too. There always seems to be that extra man there. It will take a spark of creativity and not a spark of bumping your own teammate. That's not the sort of spot they want to see. That ball goes high and loose. Monkey Moon takes the first touch. Zen has taken out one. Can Monkey Moon get the reset? Yes, he can. And finally, NRG's defenses are breached.
Oh, we almost saw a goal earlier on when Vitality were landing demos. Now they do land a demo on one. And Monkey Moon with the flip reset, top shelf over beast mode. It's been coming, I think. This has looked like they're going to get the goal eventually. But NRG's ability to just survive against all odds continues to impress. Whoa, that's
not going to help.
Or lack thereof with Daniel, but Atomic's here to help him out.
That's not what you want to do when you've got 25 seconds left to score against Team Vitality. Have a double whiff. Takes away a few seconds, not too much damage, but Zen could cause the extra little bit of harm to their defense. Daniel comes away with it, no boost, but has Exotic in his sight. Should be able to get a decent challenge. He gets it. In comes Atomic.
Okay.
Great play from Daniel. Atomic gets the equalizer.
And it's just simple stuff. Demo from beast mode. Exotic didn't want to 50 that one. And Daniel just called his bluff. He just rolled it right through into the middle. I think Exotic was afraid of 50ing that ball in case it pinched into the middle. So strange to see him shying away from a challenge in that position.
And suddenly a game that seemed like it was wilting away as far as NRG are concerned may all be going to overtime unless Zen has a player in the center. Monkey Moon has a shooting chance, goes high instead. Beast Mode clears as far as he can. Exotic, I think, wants to kill this one, does kill this one, and how else is a best of 7 between these two going to start?
Fantastic. Exactly what all the fans wanted. We've had maximum drama several times already this weekend. It's NRG with momentum now. Daniel looking for the downward read. Oh, he almost had it. That was so close to being NRG's game.
Best of 5, sorry, what am I on about from earlier? It's best of 5, just in case I've confused anyone there. Anyway, here's Zen. Sends that one as far as he can. Daniel reaches him in the middle. Exotic, he's up. He's going to see his teammate tip that one to the backboard. Atomic keeps it going. Good pressure so far for NRG. Atomic, player in the center, but no one reaches it. Zen can reverse a little bit and then just punch that ball away. Exotic's chasing it down. Team Vitality have somewhat weathered the storm. Finally, they have the ball in the orange half. Monkey Moon can't get past beast mode, and that is what NRG have been doing consistently so far in this game.
Oh, this early reads at both ends of the pitch. So many interceptions, so many pre-jumps. Vitality have got to be careful not to overextend here. Zen is looking for an opening, can't find it. NRG showing that defensive capability again. Daniel starting to come to life here in game 1. The speed for NRG is definitely increased since the start of the game. The aggression is starting to ramp up.
I think that's a general sign that NRG are feeling more comfortable in this whole event after they started pretty slowly. They started fairly slowly in this game as well. And now they're trying to ramp that right up. Zen is trying to use all of his boost to send that one back. Does good work. Monkey Moon, again, is getting plenty of time and space in the air. But Daniel has a shooting chance here. Exotic and Zen have to not get in each other's way. For a second, I wanted them to bump each other, but it remains overtime.
Well, once again, Vitality do look a little bit jumpy in defense. They don't have the same trust NRG do. That was a miss by Zen. Exotic there with the save. I don't know if NRG were ready for that miss either. So far, it looks like Vitality might have the edge in offense, but defensively, NRG look far more comfortable.
That's better, though. Zen leaving the ball for Exotic. He gets it at least as far as Atomic. Atomic prods it to the side. In comes Daniel, wants to get the early shot. Exotic didn't let him do that. Team Vitality incredibly stretched right now, having to rely on each other. Another tiny bump. It's not much, but it will just change their trajectory. Beast Mode is going to get the shot. Whoa. Oh, an almighty clang. The crossbar saves Team Vitality for now. Daniel's turn. Can he get the reset? No, instead, he just pushes it forward. Monkey Moon's 50 is good. Zen was there. They're completely depleted of boost, Team Vitality. Still they're surviving. And Exotic clears as far as he can. Then he gets the dunk. Exotic out of nowhere steals it.
How have Vitality scored from this position? Exotic has completely dunked on them. I mean, looking back at it again, it definitely is a careless
one. It was Team Vitality that got the late goal, but aside from that, certainly as you mentioned in the overtime at least, NRG were on the ascendancy. But now they have to go into game 2 on Forbidden Temple, knowing that Team Vitality have that 1-game advantage. And these best of 5s, they go quick. You know, you throw this game and suddenly you're looking at a reverse sweep.
Yeah, it's tough. And yeah, we saw an MVP on the scoreboard there from Zen, but we've not seen him completely take over the game like he did yesterday. So you've got to imagine at some point he's going to do that. He's just going to do Zen things, and one of the games will be Vitality's in the bag. It was Monkey Moon with the big mechanical play in the previous one. So he's running interference there off the ball. Nice fake challenge there by Daniel to bait Monkey Moon into pulling the trigger early.
They're giving Monkey Moon a lot of time and space on the ball, though. I do wonder if NRG are keeping an eye on Zen a little bit too much and forgetting his teammates are pretty brilliant as well. Here is Monkey Moon to the back body. Exotic is there waiting for it. Instead, he lets it fall to Zen. Atomic went for a pre-jump, but Zen went the other way, forced him back and forth. Atomic just about got back in time to get that save as well.
Well, I'm thinking back to game one. We started off the game, actually, Vitality were shooting the ball a lot. Zen was shooting the ball a lot whenever it's on the bounce, and I think he might have conditioned NRG to expecting those touches. Now they're actually getting a little bit more time to start their air dribbles or slower plays. And it's a really smart thing to do, to switch up. Sometimes just boom the ball, sometimes play it slowly. Zen is extremely hard to read in that regard.
Well, here is Zen. Atomic can't quite reach him. Monkey Moon's in the air yet again. He is the danger man right now for Team Vitality. Almost gets that double from the ceiling. Zen forces it towards his teammate. Exotic there is such a tad heavy, so he allows Atomic in for a 50-50. Zen, I wondered if that ball was going over the top of him for a second. So far, though, it's just as tight as game one was.
Yeah, very tentative game. NRG have not really been able to continue the kind of play that had them dominating overtime in terms of pressure. Vitality looking physical. Seems like they've brought in that game plan to this matchup. It's not always something that we see from them, although every team in the world right now loves to mix in bumps and demos occasionally. NRG are not known for being weak to that kind of play.
Beast Mode has a chance here to get NRG right back into this one. Atomic leaves it for his teammate. Daniel's taking the shot. Zen gets the ball, but Daniel's going to steal the boost. Daniel wanted to get back involved in the play as soon as he possibly can. I'm sure that he'd have forgotten the end of game one by now, but somewhere there will still be on his mind. Oh, Exotic almost nipped in there. NRG, though, still solid defending. They've been so confident on their own goal line.
That's the thing that separates NRG from other teams defensively, is they're so calm, even when the ball is just millimeters away from their goal. No one's panicking. Nobody's throwing themselves at the ball out of control. They just keep their composure. They keep their communication going.
Daniel bullies his way through there against Monkey Moon. Same thing against Exotic. These Daniel 50-50s looking like a key weapon in the NRG arsenal. Daniel's up. No, instead he waits on the floor. He knew that Exotic and Zen were coming in, and he sets it up for himself. There's a demo as well from Atomic that opens things right up for Daniel. This could be the moment NRG take the lead again. Oh, nearly there. Beast Mode. He flicks it forwards. Won't be enough. And Vitality keep it at parity.
That's a good 50-50 there defensively by Vitality. It was kept in the back corner after Daniel's air dribble bump. He's gone for another one here. Air dribble bump passing into the middle. Twice in a row. Love to see him switch up. I know Daniel does love to air dribble dunk in threes. That would be an excellent thing to go to after two failed air dribble bump passes.
Lovely touch from Beast Mode. Gives him another bite of the cherry. Exotic trapped him all the way, and now Monkey Moon up against him. Wow. Atomic has been beaten, absolutely dusted. 1-0 Vitality.
Well, it looked like NRG had the match for Monkey Moon's pace here, but Atomic just missed the ball. He had him beat, but he flew the wrong way. He didn't align himself properly on the takeoff. Couldn't make the correct adjustment mid-air. Monkey Moon again with the first goal.
And one slight rush at the ball, a swat at it that's not quite good enough. And Team Vitality, who won't feel they've done too much to get this lead, just played solid Rocket League, do take the first goal. Beast Mode tries to change that for NRG. Zen's clearance is true. Atomic has a shooting chance here. Vitality on that point show good composure, but the demo will make them jump a little bit more. Exotic tries to keep behind the ball. Another demo comes in. Daniel shoots. A big save from Zen. Team Vitality, I think, need to up the pace a tad when defending.
You know, we saw this a bit online from NRG. They play a very kind of sit-back, passive style, and then they look more dangerous when they're losing. But now they are losing, and once again, they start to really push more, look much more aggressive, much more conviction with their offense. I wonder, maybe could they do that at 0-0?
Well, they'll be hoping that the next time it is 0-0, they won't be 2-0 down in this series. But once again, they're running out of time to get the equalizer. Beast Mode beats Zen to the ball on that occasion, but Monkey Moon's waiting for it. The touch, I thought, was loose for a second, but he knew what he was doing. Exotic was coming in. 15 seconds left. NRG have to get this going. Atomic, slightly floaty touch, but he tries to force it into a pinch. Exotic gets in there in the middle, and Exotic, as ever for Team Vitality, is doing a boatload of work there in the middle of the pitch. This time he's been beaten, though. Atomic versus Monkey Moon. Beast Mode waiting. Beast Mode maybe able to get the shooting chance. Goes for the double. Monkey Moon shows all the pace in the world, and all Exotic has to do is stay behind this ball, and that will be
player online. But you know, he knows he's up against one of the fastest players in the world in Monkey Moon. When Monkey Moon wants to go to the ball, he goes for the ball. He goes quickly. No nonsense, no delay. So Atomic knows that, knows he has to go quickly, and in an attempt to go quickly, he misses.
Well, Team Vitality I would say aren't quite hitting the peak of where they were playing yesterday, and still they find themselves 2 games to the good in this series. NRG, if there's ever a time to throw everything at this match, it's got to be now. Atomic gets the good catch. Is there anyone behind him or underneath him that really wants that ball? Beast Mode tries to take a touch into the center. Exotic read the cut. And Exotic and Zen, the 2 of them, keep it going. NRG, decent start in game 3.
Oh, wow, that's actually a huge pull shot as the Exotic almost gets a goal. And now Monkeyman across the face of goal. Oh, Vitality weren't really expecting to get a goal in that position, but they've been getting goals in positions you wouldn't expect. Just every now and then in the series. Exotic with the dunk at near post, matched well by Atomic. This is lively from NRG. This is what we want to see from them. Atomic on the backboard, trying to find Beast Mode with the mid-air 1-2 pass. Daniel getting involved. I like that from Daniel as third. Not afraid to get stuck in. It's what we're talking about. Will they do that in a tight game scenario? Well, so far it seems the answer is yes, they will.
Great read there from Atomic. Knew that the 2 Team Vitality players were missing that one. Couldn't quite stretch enough, and Daniel involved yet again. This is what NRG need to do. Beast Mode is going down on Bull's side here, but he will be able to turn and get involved in the play. Atomic waiting. Where is Daniel? Where is that third? It's unfortunate as far as NRG are concerned that it goes over his head. And NRG are going to have to try again. Can they get the ball first, though? Exotic up against Daniel. Beast Mode tracks it to the side. And now in comes Zen. This has been Team Vitality's playstyle this entire series, and it has been working. They're letting NRG tucker themselves out. And eventually getting freebies, but NRG seems just a little bit more solid in this game. They'll keep it going, and then attack. They do seem more confident.
They do, and yeah, I think it's about getting that third involved. They do need the full squad to be involved to break down this discipline, this organized Vitality lineup, who have really stepped it up. Their online synergy didn't look consistent at all. Now it's elevated for the LAN.
Oh, unlucky Daniel. Lovely delayed reset there. He took his time, he picked his spot, but it wasn't quite the right moment. Another sign that Daniel's starting to feel it in this series. Atomic pushes that one to the corner. Daniel's underneath him. Top Beast Mode's going to have to win this one. Zen knocks it more to the side. Still more NRG pressure. Team Vitality relying on these big clearances to send NRG trucking. Atomic up against Zen. Zen has 12 boosts and gets a decent challenge. NRG looking the more likely to score.
Right, here comes Zen, though. He slowed the play down, baits everybody into the air. Monkeyman couldn't get on the end of the pass, so that was so well played by Zen. Made everybody think he's going to air dribble. Offloaded to a teammate who wasn't ready.
Yeah, but here comes Daniel! Down the other end, they punish Team Vitality.
And that is how you connect the mid pass. Beast Mode with one extra touch.
Lovely.
Takes it over Exotic. Daniel makes easy work of the goal. NRG finally have their noses in front.
Yeah, the first time this series, they score the first goal, and the first time they take the lead. Daniel's going to try and double it straight away. He's feeling it. He goes to the edge of a bubble you mentioned earlier, Johnny. In comes Atomic, but it's hit the crossbar. Beast Mode tries to finish. Monkeyman across the face of goal gets the block. Team Vitality riding the waves right now of NRG. NRG are trying to pull them under.
It's been NRG's game. It's been exactly the way NRG want this series and these games to go. This is the NRG that gives NA so much hope every time they pull up to an event. Their style of play, so fluid, so creative. Will they continue to press, though? It looks like Vitality have wrestled control of the midfield for now, but NRG find the clear.
Beast Mode had half a chance there if he'd have read that bounce, but it wasn't quite to be, so instead, Zen's able to come away with the ball. Nice flip reset. Tries to follow it up. It's a good challenge there from Atomic. He and his teammate were both charging that ball down from Zen. Will leave a lot of space to other Team Vitality players if they're not careful. Wow. There's an example. Monkeyman was underneath that one, so Exotic was able to nip in and take a shot. Team Vitality keep the attack going. For the first time this series, they're the ones chasing. Exotic has to get this save first, and then Team Vitality have to get running.
In a series where there's a bunch of 1-0s and low-scoring games, not separated by much, I feel like that's what NRG want. They want control. They don't want chaos here. And they are controlling Vitality for the most part. Now it's Vitality forced to take the risk, but what a pass mid. Zen on the end of it. Now here comes Exotic. Monkeyman's there to steal the goal on the goal line. Vitality send everybody in to the box. And for once, NRG do not have a defender.
NRG, they panic defensively. The first real time we've seen that. They've made a couple of individual errors, but as a trio, they weren't quite in sync there, and Team Vitality, via that Monkeyman steal on the goal line, had enough for it. But here is Monkeyman again. I wonder if Team Vitality sense they can win this one before overtime. Will they chuck the kitchen sink at this one ahead of next goal wins territory? Instead, for now, they're going to have to do some defending. Atomic has the ball yet again. NRG have a chance themselves here. Nice blip reset. Zen's up early.
Wow.
Beast mode almost got in there. Zen had to be aware, looking over his shoulder to get the block. Daniel, maybe one last chance for NRG. This one into the center. Good win there from Atomic. Monkey Moon had to judge the bounce. He was floating, he was awkward, he was boostless, but he did enough.
Yeah, awkward defense there for Vitality a couple times in a row. Two teams do settle for overtime here. Vitality know how dangerous NRG can be. They want to get them out of this series. Right now, 3-0, advance to the playoffs.
Daniel's going to try and make that not happen. Atomic was sniffing about in case Zen messed up his first touch. Of course he doesn't. He goes all the way across the pitch via a flip reset. Exotic's turn. Team Vitality have perfection in their midst. They can make it through to the playoffs 3-0 with one more goal, and this might be it. Exotic tries to get the dunk. Daniel stood incredibly firm there defensively.
That's the exact position that Daniel needed to be in. Making a tough save. Look automatic. And here, Vitality coming again. NRG have got reverse sweeping potential. We've seen glimpses today of what they're capable of, what we know they're capable of.
That's a miss.
That's a big miss. Beast mode! Seals it. Game 3 goes to NRG. Vitality were pretty close to getting this one, but Exotic just could not reach. The high ball, Atomic lobbed over. To finish top 4, you get the extra life in playoffs. You don't end up in the lower bracket immediately, so both these teams know just how important this is for the tournament trajectory. Vitality missed the first match point. Can they get it second time around?
Monkey Moon with some early control of the ball. Zen tries to get it back to his French compatriot. Here is Monkey Moon again. So Team Vitality starting game 4 on the front foot, and that's what they need to do. I'm sure that's no coincidence. I'm sure Cassio was saying to them, look, let's try and blitz this through, get this done, and put NRG to the side, because they are still there for the taking, but that can change in a heartbeat. Monkey Moon sit back towards his own teammate. It's a lovely touch. It's a scary one, though.
Yeah, it did make sense with Zen being back there to help him out, although initially it looked a little bit wayward. But you're right, Vitality, they need to try and get the ball into offense. That's where I think they've had the better showing today. NRG's defense, as expected, looks more confident, more comfortable, even though they've made a couple of mistakes here and there. They are the team who can win with that counter-attack strategy, with the defensive holds. I don't think Vitality can do that anywhere near as well.
Exotic got a decent chunk of that ball, but suddenly it's Zen up against 3 NRG players. Is Zen able to force the angles to keep himself safe? He was. Monkey Moon happy just to send that one high, buy his teammates some time to get some boost. Get things started again. This is the timing that Zen wanted. Exotic does meet that one. Daniel at the near post is able to at least get a touch on the ball. NRG looking like they're pushing forwards more confidently, but Team Vitality seems to be expecting more this game.
Well, Vitality have had just a double commit every now and then that's making them think twice about committing, and that's not something you want to see from them. They just need to maybe spread out a tiny bit more, but that's not something Monkey Moon's known to do. Monkey Moon teams are not really known for spreading out. They're known for all piling into one area of the pitch and putting pressure on their opponents. Monkey Moon now with a reset, but look at the composure. Beast Mode just waiting for the opportunity to take the ball for free.
And getting it all the way back down to the Team Vitality corner, almost forcing it in. Out of nothing that would have been. I'm sure some Team Vitality hearts were in mouths for a split second until the ball flashed across the goal. Beast Mode's going to try and keep them right there. Daniel's watching this one, tracking it all the way. It's suddenly going to be him up against Zen, and he held his nerve himself. That was a scary moment with Zen bearing down upon you with full boost. Monkey Moon keeps it there. This one's starting to stretch out, Johnny. Is there going to be a Vitality player on the end of this one? No, again, it's Daniel doing all sorts of work back in the NRG third.
It's just such a great defender. Daniel keeping his momentum there, arriving at the perfect time. Just like on the offensive side of the ball, it's so important to time your defensive arrivals right in Rocket League. You don't want to arrive too fast, have to stop, and then start again. NRG always in motion. Such a fluid defensive structure, making it very hard to break them down.
Anyone on this backboard here to help out NRG? Is anyone even needed? Atomic was able to knock that ball goalwards. He's in the end of his car's arc. Nice improvisation there from Atomic, and it almost squeezed its way in. Now here's Daniel. Much more standard flip reset, but Zen clears it long. Beast Mode is going to have to be careful here because this is not the sort of touch you want to take in front of your own goal. As well to get it to Atomic. Half volleys all the way. Wow. Atomic keeps it going. Is anyone going to be there? What a goal that could have been.
I mean, it's just all about the change of the pace there. NRG speeding the ball up down the line. Trying to catch Vitality pressed up too far. Has happened a few times in this matchup. Vitality are being put in uncomfortable positions here by NRG. Being forced to make tough reads. Being forced to communicate. And do so consistently against a team who are just ramping up here. This is the story of NRG's LAN performances. Just improving, getting better and better, and eventually ending up in a grand final.
Exotic sends that one out wide. Daniel sends it back. Beast Mode with a race against Monkey Moon. Monkey Moon wins it. Zen tries to do the same against Atomic, but can't quite do it. These players can sense that the next goal is paramount in this series. If NRG can take this game, the reverse sweep looks incredibly on, but Team Vitality know that one goal for them will break NRG's resilience. So they keep on going. Exotic sends it high. Beast Mode is there. Monkey Moon backwards. More awkward defending there from Team Vitality. Monkey Moon's trying to angle his way towards the ball. It's not quite happening, and NRG can come again.
They do look awkward. I feel like a goal's coming for NRG if we do just continue playing the way we are. Every now and then, Vitality just look a bit lost in defense, and NRG are going to get a clear-cut chance. But can they score that opportunity before Vitality get a moment of brilliance from one of their star-studded roster?
That was a nice try from Exotic to slow the ball down there with 25 seconds left, but it was read by NRG well. Monkey Moon tees up Exotic. The double could be on. Exotic! Oh! Maybe wins it for Vitality with a touch of class.
Perfect pass. And how about that for a first touch? Exotic drills the backboard. Last game, separated by Atomic, hitting it over Exotic set. Now the roles are reversed. Vitality with a late lead.
What do they have from the kickoff? Not very much. Zen is able to get this one into the opposition half and get a decent shot on goal. Daniel gets the catch, goes to the ceiling. Exotic, can he get it past him? He does. Atomic's trying to take out Monkey Moon. Monkey Moon's touch is somewhat central, so Atomic might be able to give this one more go. Daniel's already up. NRG trying every trick in the book. Monkey Moon gets it as high as he can. Is this going to land? Not quite yet. Zen tries to track the ball. Instead, in comes his teammate, spikes it home. Team Vitality take the dub.
And David fans